Let's talk about the importance of being in union with our twin and the obstacles that or the triggers that have kept us in separation. And the reason why there's such it's so phenomenal is like becoming clearer. Let's put it this way. Let's start from how we got to understand that we are in a twin flame relationship. We've met somebody. Uh, it's a different experience. It's something about them that we just can't get them out of our mind. So, what is it? So we do our first research, which is going to the physical to get an understanding. Then we find out, okay, it's a spiritual journey. We take that spiritual journey and we're being triggered, which keeps us in separation. From the separations, we're yearning for this person because we think about them every single day, all day. So we try to figure it out, and then we get drawn into the twin flame community, okay? And then it's some things that just, we're trying to get a clearer understanding of it. So at the interim, we find out that, we could talk to our twin in 5D. So we head on over to 5D, right? We do our connection with our twin and we're like, okay, this is working. So we take that and then we hear about this higher self. So because all of these things leading up to this time we've never heard of. So we take that initiative and we reach out to our higher self, but we're still into the physical world trying to figure it out. So as we do, our higher self is calling us. Hello, hello. So they do a lot of nudging us and doing all these other extraordinary things that we've never experienced. And so, okay, we're paying attention now. We're yearning for that person over there. We need to do something to get them together. Then we're hearing about the separation. Okay, separation, what does it mean? So we take this separation time and we listen to our higher self. And what is it telling us? It's telling us each in different stages, okay? Because we're all on the same journey but different stages, right? So when we listen to that higher self and it's guiding us, I need you to love everybody unconditionally. Okay, so we're trying to do that because it's kind of challenging, right? How can we love everybody unconditionally when we're still loving that individual? Because that's what it takes. It takes you to yearning for that other person to love everybody else. How could I take the love that I have for my twin and heal people that I don't know, right? I've never seen before because it's the love that I need from my twin. And then I find out that some of my abilities come because I'm physically in his presence. So that entices my thing. So what does that mean? That means your higher self is there too. So when the two of you together, that means your higher self is there also. So then you go in and you're like, okay, so the higher self is needed to connect to your twin. So, okay, so if I merge with my higher self, because your higher self can come into the 3D density because it's too low for them. Their frequency is 5D and above. So in order for them to come and be in this 3D and help the twins to do it, they need to be able to merge with one of the twins. And because that power is too strong for one twin, guess what? They need the twins in union because that there's going to help to raise the frequency of the masses. Because why? You have that love for the masses. You have that desire to see good things happen to everybody. Everybody that's negative to you, that's cool because you love them. Everybody that loves you, you love them too. So that higher self needs that energy to be able to come into this 3D realm and help raise it, because right now the frequency of the earth is shifting to 5D. How do we know that? Because COVID started. Those individuals that transitioned at the time of the beginning of the COVID was an alert to us to wake us up. Okay, so now we're waking up to the those that paved the way and sacrifice, because that's what they did. They signed a contract that this here will be their time to help the twins to understand who they are, how important their mission here is on this earth. Because when we understand that, then we're able to allow our higher self to merge. But he can't come in just one twin. They need the two twins together. So that's what the union is all about. That's why we have to be in union. We have to be separated because the higher self is not able to merge in one individual twin. They need the two together to be able to come here and do what we need to do with the help of our higher self. So our higher self is so powerful that this level lowers the frequency. So we're getting nudges from them. So they're showing themselves some sort of way at this given time. And the good thing is we signed a contract before we came to this physical realm. We signed a contract. I'm going to be going through this experience. I'm going to be born to these people. I'm going to be born in this community of individuals and struggle and have an understanding of this here. And we're going to see the difference between dark and light, good and evil, so that we're going to be triggered when we realize that we're a twin, that we need to do something to help the masses because they're so innocent. Okay, they are innocent. And our love for them is so strong that we're going to do whatever it takes to, because we're yearning for that twin. We're yearning to be in union with that twin. So we're going to do whatever it takes to help the masses so that we could be in union, because that urge to be in union is so strong. But we need our higher self. We need to take directions from our higher self, who's going to be giving us directions. Okay? Because that's what they're there for. They have the DNA that's needed to turn the switch from this, to open up that DNA, to enlighten it to the true us. And then our DNA starts shifting, and you'll notice it. You're going to notice little changes in you. Okay? I'm an older twin, right? I'm older than a lot of people, but they think I'm much younger than them. And why is that? Because my higher self is keeping me to not age so much. It's not like I'm really, really old, but what I'm trying to say is that our higher self and our bodies are needed to be in this 3D realm, which is shifting over to the 5D. So that means that 5D is going to be needed for this physical earth. Okay? And while we're doing it out of love. Our bodies is shifting, but we're going to be able to be in this earth realm with our physical bodies and with our twins. So that's why the concentration is 5D. You know, as we're looking at this 3D that's fading away, who do you think is needed in 5D? You twins are so important. Very, very important. That when we get into our selves and into that 3D/5D, we're able to do what needs to be done to help raise the masses to 5D. And those that transition will be able to what? Interact, right? Because we're in 5D, because that's where they are. They're in 5D and above. So as we're looking at this thing, we're trying to figure out what's the ins and outs. That's cool, because our higher self is going to give us a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time, because they know that the physical body is what's needed for this earth realm. Okay, and they aren't strong enough. And I'll give you an example. I had my brother, his light worker, but his body isn't strong enough to sustain the light that's in him. So he sees dark and he sees good spirits, and he doesn't understand. It throws him off. It gives him an unbalance, right? So what I do is I just send him stuff to calm him down so that he'll be able to get a little bit balanced. And so that's what the twins are, because they're very powerful together. They could do it by themselves, but it's not as effective. Okay, I've tried to do it by myself and I'm limited. I'm limited. And so that's where my higher self, because I'm hard-headed also. Like, I know that I'm limited, but I'm still going to try anyway, you know, and try if I have to do it by myself. But then my higher self, no, you need the three of us. So it's the three. It's the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the higher self. The three are more powerful together, right? Men have created a vaccine for the COVID. The Almighty has created a spiritual for the COVID, which is the twins. The twins in union working with their higher self. Okay? So that's the spiritual weapon that I've seen works. Okay? Because I work in a hospital, I had no other choice but to get the COVID shot. But what I did, flushed it out. So because I took that energy and I removed it into zero. Okay? So because I'm working with my higher self, and my higher self is going to show me what I need to do to help me to get into union. And I'm doing it every single day. Each of us have our own instructions from our higher self as to what to do. But it's the key is your higher self. That's the key. So as you go into these moments where you're spending time with yourself, you're good. Because let's put it to everybody's for that romance. Oh, I love them so much. I want to be with them. So do I. But guess what? You love them so much that they love you so much that you keep being drawn to each other. Okay? That's the romance. Nobody could stop that. Nobody could break that. Nobody could separate that. Because the twins are strong together. Nobody could cut that cord. Nobody. Even if one is in the spiritual completely and the other is in the physical, nobody could still break it. Because they are one. One can't get broken. Okay? So while you're in the physical and you're yearning for your twin, right? Romance. People's got romance in their mind. We're so much more than romance. The love that we have for our twin is so extent that we love everybody. You know? And so we want to see the best for everybody. So that romance, we could take that into 5D and blast anything. That romance is so strong that we could take the intimacy into 5D, right? And that's a blast. And the reason why we can be in the physical now, before we're merged with our higher self, is because when we do get that intimacy going, it's gonna be a bomb. I've had one experience, but not intimacy, just kissing. And just that was too much for me. You know, it was like too much. I don't think we did it again because it was too much. But what I'm trying to say is that we have the power twins to help raise the Earth's frequency to 5D. But we do it together with the three: divine feminine, divine masculine, and higher self. Higher self needs to merge into the twin that's doing the spiritual work, because that there ignites the other one that's doing the physical work, and then it brings that balance. That's why the separation is needed, because the two together are so powerful. We've helped the masses with their karma. We've come here, we signed contracts, We sign contracts to be with this individual to help them with their karma. We help our family lineage break generational blocks. And we're here now. We're here now, and we're getting triggered more and more by our higher selves to join with them so that we could be in union and help the masses. Don't forget, helping the masses is like number one key to ignite us to merge with our higher self. Once we do that, we'll see our higher self, who's already knows more about our journey than we do, because we had a little block, we had a little memory thing so that we could download little by little. And so once we get to that point, by now we should be knowing some of our spiritual gifts. And those spiritual gifts are going to be phenomenal. I'm already experienced majority of them. Could you imagine that if with my twin, how explosive that will be? Like I said, I used to try to do it by myself, but I know that I'm limited. And I've had my blowbacks on that, trust me. But it's okay, because I'm still going to try, because I'm going to now work on my merging with my higher self so that I could bring me and my twin into union and help him to make that transition from 3D to 5D and whatever he's dealing with in the physical, to be able to step back and let them realize that there's a higher mission in order to sustain the rest of the masses. Think about it. And from that, I want to say, peace out, much love. Thanks for watching Twin Flame 1111. And I would like to hear from you on how your journey is shaping out. So please, if you can, leave a comment below and let me know where you're tuning in from. That's always great to know. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share with others. Also, if you haven't subscribed and would like to hear more on the love of us all and our journey, hit the subscribe button below and the bell. Much love always.